Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje. Who do you favor in that fight?
I gotta go with Gaethje. I feel like he's the one that loves to get down and throw fist for fist. And he's also got the Division I wrestling to negate some of the biggest skill sets of Paddy. Paddy's like a very dominant grappler when it comes to submissions. I think Gaethje has the tools to keep it where he wants it.
People are laughing at me when I'm saying I'm going to stand with them, but I am. That chilling declaration from Paddy Pimblett. Forget the grapple, forget the takedowns many expect. Pimblett isn't just planning to fight Justin Gaethje, he's promising a brutal war on the feet, vowing to put it on them in striking exchanges. This bold claim shatters every tactical prediction, with critics worldwide questioning if it's supreme confidence or a recipe for disaster. This isn't just a fight, it's a defiant challenge to Gaethje's calculated chaos. The stage is set, the fight game just got its most unexpected twist. This interim title clash only materialized because reigning champion Ilia Topuria unexpectedly stepped away. Late November saw Topuria reveal through social media the emotional toll of divorce, prioritizing his children during a challenging period. His absence created a sudden power vacuum at lightweight, forcing the UFC to pivot dramatically. This personal struggle, a story rarely told in combat sports, became the unexpected catalyst for one of the year's most anticipated matchups, shifting the entire championship landscape and opening a door no one anticipated. Adding intrigue, Tony Ferguson offered a chilling psychological perspective on Gaethje. The highlight carries the immense weight of previous disappointments, having fallen short in 2 prior championship opportunities. Those losses, Ferguson observed, linger in ways that cannot be easily dismissed, suggesting another title fight might trigger painful memories of past heartbreak. This emotional burden, the exhaustion of nearly reaching the summit only to stumble, creates a subtle but potentially decisive disadvantage for the veteran. It's a fight not just in the octagon, but within himself. In stark contrast, Paddy Pimblett approaches this occasion with the unburdened enthusiasm of someone experiencing something entirely new. He's never fought for a belt, carrying none of the psychological scars that haunt Gaethje. Paddy's in for a new treat, Ferguson noted, highlighting the freshness and excitement that come with a first title shot. This psychological edge, a clean slate against a fighter weighed down by history, could be a critical factor. Pimblett fights with the freedom of discovery, while Gaethje battles echoes of his past. Veteran analyst Den Thomas provided a cold, tactical framework asserting that Pimblett has stumbled upon his most realistic path to championship gold. The lightweight division, Thomas explained, remains brutally competitive, packed with dangerous fighters like Arman Dazarukyan, whose skill sets would likely overwhelm Pimblett. Gaethje, despite his formidable power, represents something different. He's further along in his career arc, more predictable, lacking explosive unpredictability. This makes Gaethje a solvable problem, a strategic opening many overlook. Uriah Faber, dissecting the matchup with decades of fight knowledge, leaned heavily toward Justin Gaethje. His reasoning centered on which fighter feels most comfortable when battles descend into absolute mayhem. Both willingly engage in violent exchanges, but Faber recognized something distinct about Gaethje's relationship with chaos. He's the one that loves to get down and throw a fist for fist, Faber stated. Furthermore, Gaethje's Division I wrestling background provides tools to negate some of the biggest skill sets of Paddy, allowing him to control the fight's location and dictate terms. Eddie Alvarez, who handed Gaethje his first UFC defeat, offered a stark warning about Gaethje's intensity. For Alvarez, the outcome hinges less on talent and more on how intelligently Pimblett prepares for an opponent whose pressure defies easy replication and training. Alvarez recalled constant collisions and unrelenting pressure, a feeling of never getting a moment to breathe. If Pimblett's training partners cannot simulate that chaos, Alvarez cautioned, the first true feeling of Gaethje's pressure will come inside the cage on fight night, by which point it would be too late to adjust. A disaster. Alvarez continued, detailing the singular strategy required to overcome Gaethje's relentless assault. He's a forward fighter and a pressure fighter that he will stand in the pocket and he's gonna throw everything he got, Alvarez explained. The instruction, if you don't meet him, you'll get chewed up. Pimblett, he stressed, must be brave and courageous, throwing back when Gaethje throws, even in between his shots. Failed to do so, Alvarez warned, and it's gonna be a really long night, a hard night for Pimblett. Charles Oliveira, having faced Gaethje in a memorable title fight, provided a chilling tactical warning. Pimblett won't want to exchange blows with him. Oliveira, who ultimately submitted Gaethje, knows firsthand the explosive danger of his striking. If he decides to exchange blows, he could be knocked out. Oliveira cautioned bluntly. His advice was clear. Pimblett's best, perhaps only, path to victory lies in taking the fight to the ground. If he bets on the takedown, he has a chance to become champion. This direct counsel highlights the sheer peril of ignoring Gaethje's stand-up prowess. Defying these tactical analyses, Justin Gaethje himself has made his intentions crystal clear regarding grappling. While not looking so grapple, he asserts he has no issue with the grappling department. Crucially, Gaethje declared his ability to keep people from taking me down is second to none. This audacious claim directly challenges Pimblett's grappling advantage and the advice from experts like Oliveira. Gaethje believes he can dictate where the fight takes place, forcing Pimblett into striking exchanges. Only if that happens, if he's compromised by strikes, will Pimblett have a better chance to take him down. Matt Brown entered the discussion with broader frustrations, arguing that Pimblett's rapid elevation to an interim title fight felt less like a reward earned through defeating elite contenders and more like a promotional calculation. Brown pointed to Arman Tsourokian, a fighter who has done everything correctly, defeating high-level competition, yet finds himself on the outside looking in. This harsh critique suggests a cynical view of the sport's evolution, where social media following and buzz now carry as much weight as actual competitive achievements, undermining meritocracy, a true behind-the-scenes revelation. Braun's commentary carried profound undertones about the sport's longevity. He questions what this trend of prioritizing entertainers over legitimate athletes is going to do for the longevity of the sport, expressing doubt it can maintain staying power. Brown worries that Olympic wrestling level guys or legitimate athletes don't want to be forced into ridiculous shows or social media skits to become champions. They simply want to be the best athlete. This clash between entertainment and true athletic merit, Brown fears, will ultimately lead to a decline, losing foundational integrity. Gaethje himself seems energized by disrupting a widely preferred narrative. He recognizes many fans and observers would rather see Pimblett face Topuria for the undisputed championship, viewing it as a more compelling storyline. This potential matchup, drawing comparisons to the never-materialized Khabib vs. Ferguson mega fight, is the hype train Gaethje intends to derail. He has plainly stated his intention to win and force everyone to recalibrate their expectations, asserting himself as the rightful next challenger. The spoiler role clearly fuels his competitive fire. Meanwhile, Pimblett approaches the fight with the unwavering confidence of someone who always expected to reach this pinnacle. He stated that fighting for the championship felt inevitable, regardless of the path. His long-term vision extends far beyond Gaethje, not just defeating him, but subsequently beating Topuria for the undisputed title, defending that championship, and eventually moving up to welterweight to capture gold in a second division. These are astonishingly ambitious goals that speak to supreme self-belief. Though critics might view them as wildly premature given his current resume, he sees a destiny, not just a fight. Regarding the fight's build-up, Pimblett expects a respectful atmosphere, notably devoid of manufactured animosity that often characterizes major UFC events. He has met Gaethje previously, finding him polite and cordial in their interactions. This contrasts sharply with pre-fight antics common in the sport. While acknowledging everything changes once the cage door closes, Pimblett has expressed genuine admiration for Gaethje, recognizing his status as a fighter's fighter whose bouts consistently deliver entertainment. It's a rare glimpse into mutual respect in a world often dominated by trash talk. In a truly astonishing confession, Paddy Pimblett revealed, "I've never had the war in all my years of fighting, so I'm looking forward to one. This isn't just about winning, it's about experiencing the ultimate test of combat. To openly desire a war, especially against a fighter renowned for delivering them, is a level of courage or perhaps recklessness rarely seen. To state he wants to start out by doing what you were just engaging against Justin Gaethje, the undisputed king of violent encounters, sends shivers down the spine. This is Pimblett seeking an initiation into combat savagery." The debate over Gaethje's grappling skills remains fiercely divided among his peers. Some argue he doesn't know how to grapple, believing it's a genuine weakness. Others sharply retort, he's a Division I wrestler. He knows how to grapple. He don't think he knows how to write, he just chooses not to. The contention is whether his lack of submission attempts stems from inability or a conscious choice to prioritize violence. Did you ever saw him submitting someone, one asked. This fundamental disagreement over a key skill set makes tactical predictions even more complex. Further insight into Gaethje's fighting philosophy reveals a chilling truth. His mindset is simply to be the most violent person alive. This unwavering dedication to aggression, while thrilling for fans, comes with a significant cost. Experts observe that this very mindset is one of the reasons why he lost some fight because he took unnecessary chance. His pursuit of absolute mayhem sometimes overrides tactical discipline, exposing him to risks. It's a double-edged sword, captivating entertainment balanced precariously against self-destructive tendencies. Even reigning featherweight champion Alex Volkanovski, a master tactician, admitted difficulty in picking a winner, but ultimately declared, "I just can't go against Paddy anymore. This guy keeps winning." Volkanovski acknowledged Gaethje's renewed danger, but highlighted Pimblett's demonstrated ability to stick to a game plan in his previous fight against Michael Chandler. This strategic discipline, Volkanovski believes, will be necessary in the fight against Justin, and ensures Paddy will do everything necessary to achieve the goal. It's a vote of confidence in Pimblett's evolving maturity and adherence to strategy, adding clarity to the championship picture. The consensus among insiders is that there will be no title defense for the interim title. Whoever emerges victorious between Pimblett and Gaethje will in all likelihood move directly on to fight Ilia Topuria for the undisputed championship. This swift progression ensures movement and clarity at 55 pounds even as it bypasses any potential interim title defenses. The stakes are therefore higher than usual. This isn't just about a belt, it's a direct ticket to the showdown, eliminating any detours for the interim champion. A harsh reality underpinning much commentary for Gaethje centers around his age. The phrase "he's too old" reverberated through predictions, casting a shadow over his championship aspirations. For some, this interim title represents his last chance in this life to reach the pinnacle. There's a palpable sense that time is running out, and any misstep against the rising star Pimblett could spell the end of his elite contender status. This unspoken pressure of an aging veteran against a fresh, hungry challenger adds a profound emotional weight. Despite Pimblett expecting a respectful atmosphere due to previous cordial interactions with Gaethje, the reality of Gaethje's unique intensity promises something far less civil once the cage door closes. Pimblett, in his own words, has never had a war and openly wants one, suggesting he's underestimating the sheer brutality Gaethje brings. This clash between Pimblett's perceived respect and Gaethje's unrelenting "glad it's over and I never want to do it again" level of chaos, as described by Eddie Alvarez, hints at a rude awakening for the baddie. The contrasting perspectives from fighters and analysts reveal just how complex and utterly unpredictable this matchup truly is. Some see Gaethje's experience and proven ability to thrive in chaos as insurmountable advantages, pointing to his raw power and defensive wrestling. Others recognize Pimblett's explosive momentum and uncanny ability to find unexpected paths to victory as reasons for extreme caution when counting him out. What remains certain is that two fighters with everything to gain will step into the octagon, not just for an interim title, but to decisively determine who moves forward with championship aspirations and who watches their dreams, at least temporarily, slip away. The stakes couldn't be higher.